So I'm here today with Gordon Purcell, who's done comics for Star Trek and Punisher and all kinds of stuff. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well.
And so what's been one of your favorite comics to actually do?
Well, I grew up watching Star Trek, so I do like doing Star Trek.
Okay, which form of Star Trek was it your favorite?
Oh, well, yeah, I grew up with the Kirk and Spock.
The original series?
They were in syndication, but I
Right.
saw that. I do think the best show overall is Deep Space Nine.
Okay.
But I still have fondness for those main three actors.
Okay. So you kind of got into mainly the Star Trek and stuff.
Yep.
How many years have you been doing this then?
Comics? Late 80s?
Okay. So quite a few years.
Yeah, it's been a haul. 30?
Over 30 years.
Yeah.
So basically though, what's been some of the strangest comics you've actually had to do?
Strangest ones? Well, I did Mad Dog for Marvel, which was based on the Bob TV show. Bob Newhart had a TV show.
Okay.
The concept was he was an old-fashioned artist, and the company wanted to have tough, gritty comics.
Okay.
So they split the comic in two, and I drew the gritty one, and Ty Templeton drew the light-hearted 60s kind of one.
Okay.
That was an odd comic.
So out of all the comics you've had to draw that haven't been possibly made into movies or TV shows, which one would you prefer to have become a
hit?
movie or TV show?
Oh, I don't know. I did one called Beyond the Wall. That was kind of odd. It was about the Hadrian Wall in England that the Romans built. And looks a little bit like the Great Wall in China. And the version we did is they were building a wall because there's actual monsters, giant monsters on the other side. And it was a film script I was given. And it'd be nice if they made that into a film.
Oh yeah, that would probably be interesting.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of the medieval type stuff with Roman Empire.
Right.
So that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So basically though, you probably grew up as kind of a geek and probably got to see the first Superman comic.
That's from 1938.
Probably.
I've never seen it.
Oh, you never seen it?
I've seen the cover, but
okay.
Yeah, that's beyond my time.
Oh, okay.
That's beyond my dad's time, before my dad was born.
So what was some of your inspirations being a comic writer?
Oh, well, I'm an artist. When I first got into comics, I went to the offices and got into the new talent programs. And DC had kind of a house style that Garcia Lopez is best known for, and Dick Giordano. And Marvel had John Buscema.
Okay.
So those are some of my heavier things. I also like Chuck Jones, the animator from
Looney Tunes.
Yeah, because I love his sense of timing and the expressions he uses.
Okay.
So they're probably my biggest ones.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So which has been your favorite superhero movies to do? Or
books? Well, I love The Thing from the Fantastic Four. So.
Or it's as my son's older sister at one time called it, the Rocky Guy.
Yes, the Rocky Guy. Mr. Orange. I always liked drawing Robin a lot. I drew him a bunch. I like drawing like Plastic Man and Elongated Man too because...
Yeah, not too many people remember him. I remember him as a cartoon at one point.
See, I generally like the ones that have a sense of humor a little bit, so...
okay.
So they're not grim all the time.
Right. So, you got any plans for any future comics that you can actually talk about that you're excited about?
Sure, I'm drawing Stargate Atlantis, which is based on the sci-fi TV show.
Okay.
And that's for American Mythology, and that's the third issue of what I'm doing. It will be out in a couple weeks.
Okay.
And then I draw Black Enchantress and Flare for Heroic. And I'm doing some sketch cards of Kiss and Red Sonja and Deja Thoris.
Okay.
So those are the things I have lined up right now.
That's pretty cool. And then you also did any of your olden stuff that you got coming, or did you
reprints?
Well, it was whether it be reprints or any of your own.
Reprinting, I know the Fantastic for World's Greatest Comics as a paperback, and I got inked by Bruce Timm on that.
Okay.
My section. What else is getting reprinted? I think some of the Star Trek stuff's getting reprinted. They just did War of the Gods, which I did some, like 12 pages or so of that.
Okay. And how can people find you?
Well, I'm on Facebook and Twitter. You can also just put my name into Google and you'll find my books on Amazon and eBay and all that kind of stuff.
Alrighty, well, thanks for visiting with me today.
No problem. Bye.